I left the country because I fell in love with the son of my foster family. 3 years later, I returned, and he took the initiative to find me. But his deal was this: if you help me win over your best friend, I'll give you anything you want. Alex didn't waste a second. She's the one, Ellie. I'm all in. I need you on my side, he said, determination in his eyes. But what caught me off guard wasn't his confidence. It was the sting in my chest. For 7 years, I'd secretly cared about him, never daring to tell him, and now he was asking me to help him with someone else, my best friend, Haley. I couldn't help but feel a whirlwind inside, but I forced my voice to stay steady. I can't, I said quietly but firmly. Alex's face fell, his warmth replaced by a hard glare. Why not? He demanded, the tension thick in the air. I took a step back, avoiding his gaze. Haley's feelings are hers to deal with. I can't interfere, I muttered, the words stinging even though they were the truth. He stood there, his eyes locked on mine, making the room feel smaller. Over the years, I'd grown into myself, elegant, composed, yet in front of him, I always felt exposed. But before I could escape, he moved to block my way. Take the afternoon off, we need to talk. I hovered by the door, voice shaky. I can't. I have responsibilities, he snorted, both amused and irritated, before casually pulling my phone from my pocket. He unlocked it easily and sneered. How much does an intern make in a day? I'll pay you 10 times that. Your day is mine now. Take the time off. I flushed, clenching my fists. That look in his eyes always disarmed me, made me feel small, as if I was just a part of his world to toy with. But I had my limits. It's not about the money, I said, meeting his gaze. His face darkened, and his voice dropped to a dangerous growl. Bold of you to defy me. My courage started to waver under his harsh gaze, but I fought to keep my ground. Professor Bell has surgeries today. I'm his assistant. I can't just take off. He towered over me, his frustration palpable. I refused to break eye contact, but finally added, I'm sorry, but I need to get back to work. With a sharp movement, Alex tossed my phone aside, slamming the door behind him, left standing there. I rushed to the changing room, my heart sinking. Haley wasn't just my best friend, she was my brother Aaron's girlfriend. They were in love, and I wasn't going to ruin that. At 5:30 p.m., I clocked out and made my way to the parking lot. I froze when I spotted Alex leaning against his silver sports car. He looked sharp, and I suddenly felt self-conscious in my faded jeans. Don't you see me? He called, waving me over. He ushered me into the car, his questions immediately flooding the air. He wanted to know everything about Haley. It was strange. He'd barely acknowledged me before, but now, he was all in. When we arrived at the restaurant, I snapped back to reality as he opened my door and noticed my puffy, red eyes. What happened? He asked, concern in his voice. If someone's bothering you, just tell me. I quickly brushed it off. It's nothing, just work stress. Alex poked my forehead playfully, but his touch was too firm, and I instinctively recoiled. I told you med school would be tough, he said, shaking his head. I hesitated before I answered, trying to regain my composure. I'm on a diet, so I don't eat at night, I murmured, feeling the weight of his eyes on me. This was all about Haley. Alex ignored my protest and tugged at my arm. Just keep me company while I eat. Afterward, I'll take you out for some fun. I shook my head. I really should head home. I have work early tomorrow. His expression darkened as I turned him down twice. The air between us was thick with unspoken tension. He stared me down, his impatience obvious. Let's go. We can talk at home, he said, walking toward the car, but I didn't budge. I rented a place outside, I said, my voice tight. I didn't belong in the Warren family's world. I wasn't going to let him pull me back into it. Alex stopped in his tracks. Where is your place? Show me, he demanded. I shook my head. No need. Before I knew it, Alex grasped my chin, forcing me to meet his gaze. You've got some nerve. Not coming home, he said, his voice low, angry. I pulled back, avoiding his eyes. It's not proper. Huh, he scoffed, smirking, hiding a guy. Are we? No, I quickly protested. It's just closer to the hospital. He let go of my chin, but his eyes remained sharp, watching me closely. The tension was unbearable. Cancel the lease and come back home, or I'll make you regret it. His words were a promise I didn't want to hear. I forced a smile, choosing silence. The frustration in Alex's eyes was clear as he turned and walked away. He was angry, and it was hard to ignore how much he still had an effect on me. Later, I headed back to my apartment, exhausted. After a quick shower, I collapsed into bed, but sleep didn't come. I kept replaying Alex's disdain.